All right, guys, in this video, we're going to be looking at example 4, and these are cube roots of non-perfect cubes. And so by non-perfect cubes, I mean that I'm not going to find like 40 on my list of perfect cubes. So I'm going to have to break 40 down into two factors, and I want one of those factors to be a perfect cube. So a good strategy to use on this is to start by dividing what's in the cube root by 2. So 40 divided by 2 is 20. We're looking for factors that are less than or equal to 20 that are perfect cubes. So that tells me I'm going to start here under 27, and I'm going to look at the numbers below 27. So that really only gives me a choice of an 8. And I ask myself, is 40 divided by 8 a whole number? So 40 divided by 8 is 5. So that means that we can break this down into the cube root of 8, or I'm sorry, the cube root of 8 times the cube root of 5. And the cube root of 8 is in the second position. So the cube root of 8 is 2. And the cube root of 5, the 5 is going to stay in there because the cube root of 5 is not a whole number. So this will end up being 2 cube root of 5. Looking at negative 192, now it's a negative number. So we're going to take that negative 192 and we're going to divide it in half. And negative 192 divided by 2 is negative 96. So that's going to tell me I'm going to go to 96, or where 96 would be, and look below 96. So everything below 96. So I have 192, and I want to see if it's divisible by any of these numbers. So I'm going to come over to my calculator, and I'm going to go negative 192 divided by, my first perfect cube is 64, so I'll divide by 64. And it looks like I have a problem up on the top. Let's go back. The number that should have been up there was 192. So 192. Now divide that by negative 64. And that works out to be 3. Again, we want those negative cube roots. So it is divisible by 64. So I'm going to put on here negative 192 divided by negative 64 is equal to 3. So that allows me to break this down into the cube root of negative 64 times the cube root of 3. And the cube root of negative 64, negative 64 is in the fourth position, so this will be negative 4 cube root of 3. All right, and then on to the last one, 432. Again, I'm going to take this, and I've got a coefficient, so 2 cube root of 432, I'll start with that 432 divided by 2 equals 216. When I look at the 216, I'm going to start at less than or equal to 216, but I see 216 is on my list. So that means 432 divided by 216 is equal to 2. Okay. So we've got, this allows us to break it down into 2 times the cube root of 216 times the cube root of 2. And the cube root of 216 is in the sixth position. So the cube root of 216 is 6. So 2 times 6. Cube root of 2. And 2 times 6 is 12. And 12 cube root of 2. And that is how you simplify radicals when they are non-perfect cubes. If you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, we'll talk in class.